Be ready. Start. The established courts of justice, when a question arises whether the prescribed limits have been exceeded, must of necessity determine that question, and the only way in which they can properly do so is by looking to the terms of the Constitution, by which affirmatively the legislative powers were created and by which negatively they are restricted. If what has been done is legislation within the general scope of the affirmative words which give the power, and if it violates no express condition or restriction by which that power is limited, it is not for any court to inquire further or to enlarge constructively those conditions and restrictions. Education is a process which engages many different actors: the one who provides education, the teacher, the owner of an educational institution, the parents, the one who receives education, the child, the pupil, and the one who is legally responsible for the one who receives education, the parents, the legal guardians, society, and the state. These actors influence the right to education. The 2009 Act makes the right of children to free and compulsory education justiciable. The 2009 Act envisages that each child must have access to a neighborhood school. The 2009 Act has been enacted keeping in mind the crucial role of universal elementary education for strengthening the social fabric of democracy through provision of equal opportunities to all. The directive principles of state policy enumerated in our Constitution lay down that the state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children up to the age of 14 years. The said Act provides for right entitlement of children to free and compulsory admission, attendance, and completion of elementary education in a neighborhood school. The word free in the long title to the 2009 Act stands for removal by the state of any financial barrier that prevents a child for completing 8 years of schooling. The word compulsory in that title stands for compulsion on the state and the parental duty to send children to school. To protect and give effect to this right of the child to education as enshrined in Article 21 and Article 21A of the Constitution, the Parliament has enacted the 2009 Act. The 2009 Act received the assent of the President on 26/8/2009. It came into force with effect from 1/4/2010. The provisions of this Act are intended not only to guarantee right to free and compulsory education to children, but it also envisages imparting of quality education by providing required infrastructure and compliance of specified norms and standards in the schools. The preamble states that the 2009 Act stands enacted inter alia to provide for free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14 years. The said Act has been enacted to give effect to Article 21A of the Constitution. Section 3(1) of the 2009 Act provides that every child of the age of 6 to 14 years shall have a right to free and compulsory education in a neighborhood school till completion of elementary education. Section 3 subclause 2 inter alia provides that no child shall be liable to pay any kind of fee or charges or expenses which may prevent him or her from pursuing and completing the elementary education. An educational institution is charitable. Advancement of education is a recognized head of charity. Section 3 subclause 2 has been enacted with the object of removing financial barrier which prevents a child from accessing education. The other purpose of enacting Section 3 subclause 2 is to prevent educational institutions charging capitation fees, resulting in creation of a financial barrier which prevents a child from accessing or exercising its right to education, which is now provided for via Article 21A. Thus, subsection 2 provides that no child shall be liable to pay any kind of fee or charges or expenses which may prevent him or her from pursuing or completing the elementary education. Section 4 inter alia provides for special provision for children not admitted to or who have not completed elementary education. Section 5 deals with the situation where there is no provision for completion of elementary education. Then, in such an event, a child shall have a right to seek transfer to any other school, excluding the school specified in subclauses 3 and 4 of clause N of section 2 for completing his or her elementary education. Chapter 3 provides for duties of appropriate government, local authority, and parents. Section 6 imposes an obligation on the appropriate government and local authority to establish a school within such areas or limits of neighborhood as may be prescribed where it is not so established within 3 years from the commencement of the 2009 Act. The emphasis is on providing neighborhood school facility to the children at the Gram Panchayat level. Chapter 4 of the 2009 Act deals with responsibilities of schools and teachers. Section 12(1)(c) read with Section 2(n), 3 and 4 mandates that every recognized school imparting elementary education, even if it is an unaided school not receiving any kind of aid or grant to meet its expenses from the appropriate government or the local authority, is obliged to admit in class 1 to the extent of at least 25% of the strength of that class children belonging to weaker section and disadvantaged group in the neighborhood and provide free and compulsory elementary education till its completion. As per the proviso, if the school is imparting preschool education, the same regime would apply. Thank you.